What's going on, guys? So we were talking about Kevin Samuels and why women aren't so submissive and why they got a problem with being submissive. And we were speaking on that topic, and it was crazy because I was at a restaurant and I brought this up. I said, how many women would take the opportunity to be with a man who could put them in a 2,500, 3,000 square foot home, nice home. You get your choice of a $20,000 to $40,000 car. Hey baby, here's $750 on Friday. Have a good time, baby. All the bills are paid. You don't got to pay no bills. How many women would sign up for that? Like, it sounds good. It sounds good. Now, let's say that man wanted you to move to Montana, Wyoming, North Dakota, South Dakota. Let's just say that man is, let's say he's what you women want in a man. These women, what, 6 foot, 6 pack, 6 everything. Okay? How many of you guys think women, now that he wants to move to these particular states, how many of you think that these women, my mama and my brother and I gotta be next to my family. You're not marrying your family. You're marrying a man. So, again, it's kind of like what Kevin Samuels said. These women are not being raised to be wives. They're being raised to be, they almost want these guys to come join their family. If you notice how a lot of times the men are more indoctrined and more involved in their family than the female, and creating their own, and moms and dads from opposite sides come over for their respective holidays. I was thinking about it. How many women, if you gave them the guy physically that they wanted, the type of guy image wise, the income, the lifestyle, but then he said, hey, gave you the car, you don't pay any bills, baby, we got to move to Nebraska, we got to move to Wyoming, we got to move to North Dakota, South Dakota, we got to move to the corner of Seattle, not even the, maybe in Forts, Washington, up there in the top of Seattle. How many of you women would sign up for that? Not a lot of them, fellas. Because, number one, they're going to feel like they don't have any leverage. Number two, let's even say this man said, we'll fly your mom in every month. We'll fly another relative and your mom in every 3 months. They'll turn it down, guys. They'll turn it down because a lot of these women don't believe, they're not really looking for love. They're looking for a man that they can control, a man that's gonna fit into their plans. They're not trying to make a man better. And it's something to think about. Think about this. This is why I told some of you guys, you gotta stop listening to these women talk about what you don't got. Oh, you ain't got this. And we've seen women. I got homeboys where women are lining up to be the backup chick. Women are lining up to be the side chick to a married man. I got homeboys where they lining up to be the side chick. Hey, as long as I get you 2 times out the week, I'm cool. That's what that's what one of these females told my homeboy. As long as I can get you 2 times out the week. And these are the same women that go to church and shout and cry, but you want to be a side chick to a married man? Come on, man. You know, I go to a church. I go to a big church. We're a pretty big church. And I don't bring up my church because I know that my church is a rare situation. You know, like we talk about like men not being in the church. And that's not my experience. But I'm well aware to know that every church, especially big churches, aren't like mine. This is why I tell people, you got to sometimes do your research. See, my church can put 300 men in the choir. 300 men in the choir alone on one Sunday. And we do it every year for the last, I think, 7-8 years. That's not the reality for every church. So some churches don't even, black churches don't even got 300 men in the church that are regular churchgoers. But I wanted to bring that up with, you know, a lot of the women leave my church because we're more traditional. We're one of those churches that are really traditional. I'm not going to lie. And a lot of women leave once they're 18, 19, or, you know, they start dating Tyrone and Pookie and they don't want their daddies to know, or they end up being gay, and there's nothing wrong with being gay. I'm just telling you that this is what happens. They end up leaving around 18, 19, and you see them going to churches that are like more popular with the youth, and to the point to where these women will go to churches where, I mean, churches as big as mine, but maybe the pastor might be more popular, I guess you can say. They'll still go to these churches where this pastor's done been caught cheating on both of his wives. They'll support these pastors. Look at them. Look at all these pastors, and this is even in my city. I'm not going to say his name. I'm not going to say the church because I don't want to come off as that type of person. But I'm sitting up there watching. I've argued or had an argument, and I've literally had an argument with like 4 females on this specific pastor. 2 females I was actually dating, and let me turn these lights off before I get pulled over. But y'all can kind of hear me now. I had 2 females stop talking to me because I broke down their situation with their pastor, and they got mad. You know, I had one female saying, you know, well, where would our kids go to church? Because I don't like your church. Okay, so you want me to take my son and daughter and let a man who's cheated on both of his wives be our leader as our shepherd? Well, he's human. That's not what the Bible says. No. See, I actually read the Bible. And the Bible says the pastor is held at a way higher standard than people who are than men who are not deacons and preachers and pastors. So you're not going to get that one over me. That's another situation of a woman leading with her feelings and not really going with fact and rules and reality. This is why a lot of these women are losing, guys, and I want you to understand this. A lot of these women, they're not after good men because they'll support a bad man if it's convenient. Okay? It has nothing to, don't let these women tell you what you ain't got, because I've got homeboys that I've got triple the amount of I'm sorry, guys. I have triple the amount of assets as these guys. So it can't be a money thing. And then when you talk about looks, you know, I'm not a bad looking guy. You know, I don't go around thinking I'm a top model, but, you know, I've seen a lot of women giving they all and selling their soul for a lot of men that look a lot worse. And a lot of times, guys, these women are women with mental issues that, you know, y'all just gotta let go. Y'all see these women on Kevin Samuel's show. Y'all see these women on Kevin Samuel's show talking crazy, don't even know how to have conversations. See, they get on these shows for attention. That's why these women would not move to Montana. If you let these women pick out the man of their dreams, and he said, let's move to Montana, this is why these women won't move. Because second of all, they need validation. So they need a man that's gonna